Well, good evening and welcome to Championship Tuesday as the Union Sports Network brings you Red Hawk basketball here inside the John Q. Hammonds Arena in Tulsa, Oklahoma, as it's the number 5 ranked Tahlequah Tigers and the number 4 ranked Union Red Hawks, as both these teams are vying for a regional championship and a berth into the state finals bracket. Thanks for joining us here on the Union Sports Network. Alongside Casey Jordan, I'm Jim Douthit, and so Casey, here we go. It's our last chance to broadcast this group of young ladies this year, and for us to call a win tonight, what's Coach Redmond's players need to do?
You know, I don't think the game plan's going to change much. You know who your stars are. You know who your role players are. They've executed for the most part all season about as well as you could expect. So you're going to ask them to do the same thing. Just do it one more time. You know, you're going to rely on a big game from Sydney down low, from Highshaw down low. She needs to do what she can do, and then you're going to ask Malum and TK and Marshall Penny to just keep doing what they've been doing all season. You know, this is their 4th year doing it, so it's nothing new. It's just you want to treat it just like another game, even though technically there's a lot more on the line than just it's another game.
And they were here last year, and you could say the COVID year last year probably had more starts and stops than this one, although Mother Nature hasn't helped us very much here lately either. But these girls have been here before. As for Tahlequah, let's talk about them because they come in with an overall record of 22-2. They've dismantled just about everyone they've played this year, with their only 2 losses being back-to-back in December. And dig this, since those 2 losses, they're 15-0, and they've outscored their opponents by 528 points, or an average of 35 points a game, Casey.
That's pretty impressive. So, you know that. And you know Union knows that, so they're in the back of their mind. They know that Tahlequah is going to think that they're just going to come out and they're going to continue doing what they're doing. So it's going to be interesting to see how Tahlequah does if it doesn't go their way. If it's a close game and 4th quarter game and it's they're down by 1 or up by 1 with 2 minutes left, how are they going to react? Since technically they haven't had to. They haven't trained or prepared for anything like that all season. So.
And I was talking to their play-by-play folks before we came on the air, and I said, well, they had a good win, and he said, yeah, but Tahlequah had their worst shooting night of the year, and still won 61-49. He said they shot just over 30% and still beat Westmore. So they may start feeling a little bit of the pressure, and now it's a championship game. So the pressure, I would say, is more on them than it really is on the Lady Redhawks for sure.
Definitely, and the one thing that, which growing up close to Tahlequah, being in that environment, it's there's a big difference between, in my opinion, kind of the biggest difference between Tahlequah and Union is most of these girls have probably played together their whole life, so they're very familiar with each other. There's not going to be a lot of communication that needs to be said because they know who they are, they know what they're going to do, to where with Union it's nothing against them, it's just playing for such a bigger school. It's really hard to build that continuity, or that word.
Yeah, sure, that word.
That one snuck up on me.
That continuity.
But but the good thing is Union has these 4 seniors that they've been doing it for a long time. They know what they're doing, so that, to me, that's going to be the funnest part, is watching 2 teams that can communicate very well and know what they're doing go head-to-head. And, I think it's probably going to be closer than Tahlequah is used to, but, just depending on which way it goes is how it's going to be.
So real quick, we had about 15 seconds for Union. Last game for TK Pitts, she went for 22. Last game really sparked this team. What do you see out of her tonight?
I don't see any reason why she can't do it again. She's such a phenomenal athlete, so she's going to do what she can to get hers, but she's also very selfless, and she'll make sure her teammates get highly involved very quickly.
Well, the winner of this game will play Thursday at 6:30 in Cleveland. Opponent to be determined, I should say, and the loser plays at 8 at Will Rogers. So there you have it, folks. Championships on the line. Will be Tahlequah or Union. Tune in and find out. We'll be back with a tip-off in just a moment.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the John Q. Hammonds Arena on the campus of Union High School for tonight's OSSAA 6A Girls Regional Championship matchup between the Tahlequah Lady Tigers and your Union Red Hawks. At this time, we ask that you please rise for the playing of our national anthem. First, let's meet the visitors, the Tahlequah Lady Tigers. At 5'10", a senior, number 11, Smalls Goudeau. At 5'10", a senior, number 20, Faith Springwater. At 5'8", a senior, number 22, Lydia McElvain. At 5'9", a senior, number 24, Tatum Havens. And at 6 foot, a sophomore, number 25, Corey Rainwater. Head coach of the Lady Tigers is David Qualls, assisted by Charles Knife Chief and Cine Hayes. And now for the starting lineup for your Union Redhawks. At 6'1", a senior, number 0, TK Pitts. At 5'3", a senior, number 11, Desiree Marshall-Penny. At 5'10", a senior, number 14, Mackenzie Malum. At 6 foot, a junior, number 21, Aubrey Highshaw. And at 6'2", a senior, number 33, Sydney Smith. Head coach of the Redhawks is Joe Redmond, assisted by Sean Davis, Joe Davis, and Amari Dennis.
Tyler Ashley finishes with the starting lineups for both teams. We'll welcome you back into the John Q. Hammonds Arena right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma for Championship Tuesday. He's Casey Jordan, I'm Jim Douthit, so let's get right to it. For Coach Qualls, he'll start with Goodell, Springwater, McAlvin, Havens, and Rainwater. A trio, I should say, 4 seniors and 1 sophomore. And Casey, we talked about it in our opening. The fact that these girls have blown out just about everybody they've played since December. It'll be a question mark as to if this game is close. If Union shows up like they have most of the year, can Tahlequah hang with them down the stretch?
You know, and that's, you got, you know, just at a quick glance, you know, both teams have 4 seniors starting. So, you know, that, to me, that tells me you have a lot of girls that have played a lot of games and they're very familiar with each other. So, you know, there might be a little bit of feeling each other out starting out, but, you know, Tahlequah, just like Union, they know what they're good at, and they're going to go right to it because they want to try to get the momentum flowing in their direction.
Just like that, Smith comes up, she gets a block, and in transition, Highshot comes away with 2. And that's a great start for the Redhawks. Now down in the corner, Havens go to work. She'll get it up high, and they'll set it up. Qualls will get it up high to Goodell. Now Goodell will set it up there. Guarded closely by TK Pitts. Goodell going to the University of Texas at Arlington. Inside, nice move, and 2 points. Tahlequah, nice ball movement there. Pitts almost coughs it up. Little full court pressure early on. Tipped. Turnover there.
You know, that's something I don't feel like we've seen too much from anybody that's really played Union, is the full court press, because typically Union kind of has the speed advantage on their side, so that's pretty nice move right there.
Yeah, that's a nice move by Goodell right there. And yeah, they're not used to that, and they're going to stick with it because it's worked. The trap, but they practice it. Marshall-Penny gets it. She'll give it to Malum, and we'll get it going. Coach Redmond out to bark some orders early on. And these Tahlequah Tiger girls, they came to play, that's for sure. They're on all over it right now. Malum, far side to Smith. Smith now gets it inside to Highshaw. Highshaw, nice turnaround jumper. And Highshaw's got 4.
You know, this is kind of what you expect, though. You got, you know, 2 girls for both Tahlequah and Union. You know, once this season's done, they're moving on to their college careers. So we got some really good basketball players out there right now.
Long shot for 3, didn't get it to go. Havens had a nice look there, but she almost stuttered when she took that shot, like, I don't know if I want to take it, and then she decided to take it, and I don't think she was set and ready for it.
Yeah, once you start second-guessing mid-shot, it's
turnover there.
Someone's going to have to come and help her.
Yep, they've got to look for her to help. And Malum now, long 3, ball there, and it's good. McAlvain for 3, and you might hear the Tahlequah fans come alive behind us.
You know, it's very rare that a away team has a bigger crowd than a home team.
Yeah. Tahlequah's traveled well, and it's something to say about, you know, their shirts say "Why not us?" and we've seen it on other teams before. But we didn't allude to it in the opening, but the fact Tahlequah's a 5A team, they got bumped to 6A because of numbers and the way that COVID was last year. And so now they're like, man, maybe we have something to prove playing with the big girls and the big schools. And Goodell puts it back in.
Just because I'm familiar with the area, size of the school, yes, it typically matters in a lot of things, but there's something about those smaller schools that, they know. Back in my day, whenever we'd go play Owasso as a 2A school in baseball, we knew what we was getting into,
sure.
but we knew that, hey, we're just as good as you. We deserve to be here, and we're going to prove it.
Goodell with the steal off Malum, can't get it to go. Malum with the rebound. She's going to take it up, push it hard. It's a 3-on-1 if she hurries. She goes up, takes it right to the rack, can't get it to go. Goodell comes down with the rebound. Now Pitts on him hard. And this is going to go end-to-end for a while. The steal by Pitts. Fans come alive now. Pitts stops and sets it up.
That's exactly what I wanted to see. Slow it down. When you start getting in that back and forth, things just get really not necessarily out of control, but you can't really build any type of rhythm.
Smith with the screen. Pitts for 3. And while we got a player down on the floor, she set a screen and they ran into the wall known as Sydney Smith. And that's who she is. She's 6'2". She's 6'2", set a screen. Tahlequah fans aren't happy about it. But
I didn't see it, so I can't really speak on it. But
I'm just going to tell you, it was a screen set up, and she ran into, again, that wall called Sydney Smith.
But I don't know if you noticed who shot that 3 and made it.
Yeah, TK Pitts. So here we go. Here we go. Fans aren't happy with that call, but it is what it is, folks. Now Tahlequah, 9-7's the lead. Rainwater gives it away. And a turnover. And Malum way up ahead to Pitts. And under. And we're tied at 9. And that's Mackenzie Malum just being Mackenzie Malum. You've seen her do it.
I'm going to go out on a limb, and she might be the best quarterback Union has.
Grayson Tepes may argue that a little bit.
He might, but right now, Mackenzie's throwing some darts.
Yeah. He's got a rope from center field. I've seen it a couple of times already this year, and we'll talk about baseball coming up. Now Goodell. Double team there by Smith and Pitts. Up ahead, TK to Highshaw, and good. And 11-9. And Goodell shaking her head. She's not happy, but she got double teamed there, and there wasn't a whole lot she could do about it. Now they're going to set up the screen there. Try to get around it. She can't.
You got 2 high-level players right here going one-on-one, and personally, this is the type of basketball I want to see. I want to see Goodell versus TK all night.
Yep.
See how they do against each other, because guess what? Whenever they get to the next level, there's going to be a lot of them just like them. So.
Yep. And Goodell got the nice step on her, and then TK got ahead and got the block, but it's out of bounds on Union.
Just from a quick glance, they're very similar the way they play the game. You could swap jerseys and you might not be able to tell them apart.
Yep. That's for sure. Yeah.
Outside of the leg compression sleeve, I mean that's definitely dead. TK has 2.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. Quick inbounds, off and in. Springwater with her first 2 of the evening. Now Malum. Long distance to Pitts, 3-on-2 to Penny for 3. Out. Pitts hustles, and she picks it up. TK Pitts with the nice hustle to get it to Malum, and Malum drives the lane, but then she'll slow it down. 2:29 remaining. And Smith wants it. Boy, and I love seeing Sydney being emphatic about what she wants. She's in the game right now. Now Malum stops her dribble, comes inside. Pitts gets it knocked away, but Malum, they said it was out of bounds, but I don't think it was. But regardless, that's okay.
Yeah,
he was closer than I was.
This might be the first time I've seen these girls look tired. Like Tahlequah's come out and they've pushed the gas pedal. So it's going to be interesting to see how they kind of control their heart rates, try to get that heart rate back down, and don't get too emphatic with this, because when you try to start running and gunning with a team you've never played, you don't know how they're going to respond. That might be the type of basketball they want.
Yep. Springwater missed the 3. Highshaw with a rebound. She gave it to Malum. Malum bring it up with 1:45 remaining now. Now Malum, some nice fancy footwork there by Malum. Inside, knocked away. Good job by Smith. She puts it on the floor. Great job by Smith. She'll kick it to Malum. Malum for three. Good! And Malum for three. And everybody's sharing the basketball right now. Pitts with 5, Malum with 3, Highshaw with 6. It's been a good, hard-fought battle. Great move by Goodell.
Wow.
In and 1.
Wow.
That was nice.
That was a good basketball play.
Yep.
Because TK was stuck on her.
Yep.
And she wasn't going anywhere. And that, I don't know.
That was awesome.
No, that was a phenomenal basketball play.
Yep. That was great. That was great. Now Buttery and let's see.
I'm going to say that's Butchery.
Buttery, yep.
Butchery.
Buttery, you're right. And Couch check in now for Coach Qualls.
Just because I have some family members last name Butchery.
Buttery, there you are. Any relation?
I doubt it.
I doubt it. Now Marshall Penny, slow it down and get it to Malum with 1 minute remaining. So Couch and Buttery now will join Goodell, Springwater, and Rainwater for the Tahlequah Tigers. Inside to Pitts. Pitts jumper, can't get it to go. Highshaw with a nice battle, but she'll tip it out of bounds.
And I'm okay with that.
Mhm.
You know, because anytime you're fighting for it and, you know, it does go out of bound, I'm okay with you fighting for it and losing it. What I'm not okay with is you just letting it go.
Yep. And they didn't. They're battling with it underneath. And we've seen Highshaw all year, and that's one of the kids that just hasn't seemed to ever turn it off. Her and Marshall Penny both. Not taking anything away from Pitts, Smith, even Malum. Those two, though, it's same every game. We were talking about their
all
hustle.
Highshaw knows is work.
Yep. Now up high. She'll give it to Couch. Couch looks for some help. Guarded by Marshall Penny. She'll drive the lane. Turnaround jumper, can't get it to go. Rebound by Malum. Malum gets it down. Smith to Smith, up ahead to Marshall Penny. She'll look for Highshaw. Quick jumper, no good. Rebound Couch. And it'll end 14-13. So applause from both sides of the stadium. We'll take a timeout. Union on top by 1 right here on the Union Sports Network. Back live. 14-13 is the score. Welcome back to the Union Sports Network. Casey Jordan, Jim Douthit right here in the UMAC live in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Regional championship game, and it's been a good one so far, Casey.
You know, I can enjoy a blowout every once in a while, but for the most part, a hard-fought game going back and forth with two good basketball teams, it's just too hard to pass up.
Smith knocks it away to Pitts. Pitts didn't see her. I think Smith was cutting to the basket. Pitts wasn't paying attention. So
yeah, I think Godot kind of, she didn't say it, but I think she was pretty much saying ball don't lie, and she thought she got fouled, and I kind of agree with her. So she gets the ball back and gets an opportunity and
goes from there. Now Buttrey for 3, can't get it to go. Pitts battles for the rebound, and she'll come away with it. And Pitts right now is playing like a woman possessed. She knows what's on the line here, and she knows Goodell for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell these two young ladies have a little bit of a history. And if they don't, they will after tonight, that's for sure. Now Highshaw drives the paint. Nice little move.
Nice.
Inside, can't get it to go. Look at her battling for that. 2-on-1, and Pitts travels. And she knew it. She's walking away. But let's talk about Highshaw in the battle. continues. You said it earlier, and you said what about Highshaw? She knows what.
She only knows work.
And that's proof right there.
Hey, there's plenty of teams out there that they wish they had, 3 or 4 Highshaws, let alone one. That there's players like her that you can't replace, because what they do on and off the stat sheet that just goes unnoticed, that's Highshaw every night.
Yep. Now Couch, she'll drive against Marshall Penny. She'll go to work. Marshall Penny loses her footing. Smith comes away with a rebound. Up ahead to Pitts. Pitts and Goodell. Goodell to her left. Pitt drives the lane, and it's good. And great job by Goodell. I would say not to foul her, just let her have it, right?
Yeah, and, TK also did a really good job of using her body as leverage, not allowing Goodell to get up into her. And
Rainwater throws it away. Marshall Penny steals it after great defense by Smith. And Sydney Smith so far has done her job beautifully tonight. Now Malum high off the glass, can't get it to go. Rebound, Highshaw, rebound, Smith. And that battles, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Highshaw, they're going to say. I don't know how, with 3 orange and black jerseys around. But again, Woodard will come out. Highshaw will have a seat, and a big hand from the fans for Highshaw.
Sydney's a little frustrated, but this is the Sydney Smith that, we've said it 100 times. When she's playing like this team is really good. She's doing a lot of things. She's being
the steal by Pitts. And you wonder if the presence of Smith, and there's the foul on Goodell. You wonder if the presence by Smith didn't cause TK to get that steal there because of where Smith had posted up in the paint, if you will.
Yeah, that's something that we've said it 100 times too about her. She does a lot of little things that just doesn't show up in the stat sheet, and that's one of them. And it sounds silly to say she's getting in the way, but there's plenty of times just getting in the way causes havoc, and that's what she's doing.
Emily Morrison checks in now. Emily Morrison will check in while Rainwater checks out. So Couch, Buttry, Morrison, along with Goodell, and I'm missing somebody. McAlvain for Tahlequah. Marshall Penny, Woodard, Pitts, Smith, and Malum for Coach Redmond as his team's up by 5. Now Goodell, nice little stutter step move, pass. Morrison, nice little jumper there. Good ball movement. Everybody kind of collapsed on Goodell, and
that's something that having a player like Goodell, having a player like TK Pitts, what they do is they cause people to crash on you.
And right now, some sloppy basketball, but there it is, battling for the ball.
One person says sloppy. I think it's just phenomenal hustle right now.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Goodell's not going away, and that's something that it's you kind of expect whenever she's where she's going, where TK's going. I expect this battle to be all night.
Yep. Now Smith will check out. Highshaw will check back in. Smith's had a good game so far, but Coach Redmond wants to give her a little bit of a rest here. And I don't think I've seen Coach Redmond as emphatic as I saw him right there. Pounding his feet, telling his girls what he wants them to do. He's yelling 4. Now Malum, nicely guarded there by McClaven. Inside, last touch. Boy, I thought it was last touch by Buttry, but not, apparently not. McAlvain was all over on the defense. And Tahlequah's done a really good job tonight.
No, they're not going away, and they're showing why they've played as well as they have, and they're showing why they deserve to be here.
Now far side, McAlvain will get it over to Couch. Couch puts it on the floor, go to work on Marshall Penny, back to McAlvain. Stolen. There goes Woodard. Right there, nice layup, and it's good. Timeout, Tahlequah. Union up by 5. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back. 4:06 remaining here. Union's lead is 5. Goodell will bring it down. She'll cross the halfway line and go to work on Pitts. Tries to drive, nicely guarded there by Pitts. Woodard looked like she was going to collapse. Now Goodell goes to work, kicks it up high. On the floor, back to Goodell. Now Goodell, far side to Couch, guarded by Marshall Penny. Marshall Penny all over her. Up, can't get it to go, tipped around a little bit, and Marshall Penny will come away with it. And the foul. Foul's going to get charged to Couch. Couch is first. Far side. Now Woodard. Woodard drives, tried to get it to Marshall Penny. She couldn't.
That's the first time I've heard that one.
Yeah. Some fans being very electric behind us.
Need a saddle. She's riding her.
Now, in all fairness to the officials out here, Smith checks back in. Woodard will have a seat. There's 2 team fouls on Tahlequah, 1 on Union.
No, they're
letting them play.
They're
letting them play whether the fans don't like it or not.
Honestly, this is probably one of the most physical girls games I've seen.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Now Goodell. Goodell and Pitts. We've said it all night, and we'll probably say it for another 19 minutes. In the corner. Morrison inside. Turnaround jumper blocked by Malum. How many times have I said that this year? Up ahead to Pitts, 1 on 3, and she'll slow it down. Now far side, Marshall Penny for 3. Nope, can't get it to go. Rebound, Pitts. Up, can't get it to go. Rebound, Pitts. And she'll get fouled. Foul will be charged, I believe, Havens. Yep, Tatum Havens first. The East Central University product. Now Malum to Marshall Penny. Marshall Penny will set it up. Far side, tried to get it to Malum, couldn't get it. Goodell, nice hands. Highshaw right there, couldn't get it. Great job by Goodell to get that ball away.
Yeah, Highshaw kind of got away with a little bit of a
push. In and in. Nice drive there by Springwater. And Springwater's got 4 for Tahlequah.
You gotta love the Tahlequah name. Springwater, Rainwater.
Rainwater, absolutely. Now Malum. Malum will set it up. 2017 to Marshall Penny. She'll step back, put it on the floor, and give it back to Malum. Trying to get it inside, I'm going to say, with Highshaw or Smith, either one. I'm not too sure.
They're kind of going back to that play that worked for them the other night where they would get the ball shifting lateral side to side, and then they throw it across court down to the end of the block.
Yep.
They've already done it 2 or 3 times already tonight, so they seem to really like that play.
Right. And I like that play as well. Highshaw lost the handle on it. They double-teamed Smith. Highshaw's wide open, and she just lost the handle. Now Tahlequah. Springwater. Give it up to Havens, now to Goodell. Springwater's out to set the screen. They'll roll off the screen. Goodell will go to work. Nice drive in. Smith will get charged with a foul. Or excuse me, it's going to be on Pitts.
That's a slick move.
That is. My apologies. It was charged to Desiree Marshall Penny, and Marshall Penny wasn't anywhere near the play. But that'll work. Yeah. Okay, there we go. I'm going to change it to Pitts.
Maybe.
And if that's true, yeah. Yeah.
That's big, too.
That is huge. Absolutely. Woodard will check in. Pitts is going to check out.
Because that's going to take her out. And now if you're asking Woodard as a freshman to guard a collegiate player, that's a big task. Mm-hmm. If that's who she's on.
Right, if that's who she's on, do you go to a zone at this point?
Some type of maybe 2-3, 1-3-1, because you can't just allow Tahlequah to do it. But, also roles reverse. If you're Tahlequah and they go man-to-man, then,
you're going to let Goodell have it every time.
Yeah, if Woodard's on her, yeah, you're going to see what the freshman has.
Right. Now up ahead. Malum will get it across. She'll go to work, double teamed up high. Tahlequah back to that pressure that they started with. Nice job there by Marshall Penny to get rid of it. Far side to Smith. Now Smith, far side to Malum. Malum gets it into rhythm, shoots the three, can't get it to go. Highshaw there, tipped away. Springwater with the rebound. Up ahead, Havens. Havens back to Springwater. Springwater in the corner. Underneath, nice job, nice ball movement there, Buttry. And the lead is 1 for Union. Highshaw, Marshall Penny, Smith up underneath, and good.
Sydney's so used to that call being going against her that she kind of already put her hands up like, what did I do?
And Smith will go to the line. And Smith's first 2 points, but we've said her name quite a bit tonight.
No, she's had a very good night, and there's going to be a lot of things at the end of the night that, maybe she only ends with 5 points, but right now she is playing one of her best games she's had in a while.
Well, and it's about time. If you're going to dial it up, now's the time to dial it up for sure. With 15 seconds remaining, Goodell's got it, 23-19. The lead is 4. Marshall Penny all over her. Look at the trust there. Marshall Penny, the drive, it's tipped away. Up ahead, 4-3-2. McKenzie for 3 and off the glass at the buzzer. But a nice final possession, definitely defensively for Union. As you said it, without TK out there, we are able to get a stop, and you put Marshall Penny on Goodell.
Marshall Penny's also going to college too.
Yeah,
so
it's going to Ottawa.
You ask, and she's a really good defensive player too. She gives up a little bit of height in that situation. So to me, that would be my only worrisome part of it is you're asking one of the shorter players to guard a guard who's getting ready to go to UTA, and that's a tough task.
Yeah, and you're giving up 7 inches for sure. So we're at the half, 9:41 remaining in halftime. We'll be back with the second half after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the floor your Union Varsity High Steppers. These ladies recently traveled to Texas Regionals competition and came home with 2 first places and 1 third place. They are traveling to Orlando for nationals this week. Officers for the junior lieutenants are Junior Lieutenants Grace Estep, Senior Lieutenant Isis Bridges, Co-Captain Taiwana Lark, and Captain Brenda Terraces. High steppers are under the direction of Christy Posey, Sterling Scheidler, and Ashley Mathis. Once again, your Union Varsity High Steppers.
You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life, that there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. It is this feeling that has brought you to me. Do you know what I'm talking about? The Matrix.
Union Varsity High Steppers.
New Cupid. Time for a change. We got a brand new dance. They say I'm a rapper, and I say no. They say what
Welcome back live here to the John Q. Hammonds Arena as we get ready to start the second half of this championship game. And while we got a minute, Casey, you said this is what you want to start with, and I can't say I blame you. Congratulations, Union Girls Wrestling Team, for winning the 6A state championship this past weekend. So Chanel Alberg, Kaylee Hayden, Azriel Smith, Aralise Callahan, Ariana White, and a host of other girls, dude. That's pretty cool.
No, honestly, that's phenomenal. It's, it doesn't matter what sport you're in, but wrestling is one of those. It's one-on-one. It's best person wins, and it's awesome that Union, realistically, in their first year.
Yeah, first year.
So that's big time.
Yeah.
The only problem is now you've set a standard.
That's for sure.
You did it year one.
There you go. Coach Darren McAfee, you did it year one. Why can't you do it again?
Yeah.
Yep. But I think it says a lot for the growth of women's sports. It goes all the way back to when we gave that equal opportunity to women 40, 50 years ago, and we're just now getting wrestling. There's a part of me that says it's about time. Like, what have we waited all this time?
It is. It's way overdue. I mean, honestly, you can go check my Twitter. I've been tweeting out at Oklahoma State Athletics for God knows how long to get women's wrestling. We're talking the greatest wrestling program in the history of wrestling, and we still don't even have women's wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, to me, it blows my mind.
Yeah.
So it's awesome for those ladies. Huge congratulations. And you know me, I love wrestling, so I was ecstatic when they pulled it out.
Yep, that's for sure. Now Rainwater will set it up to Godow. The lead is 4. Thanks for joining us right here. It's just underway in the second half. Godow drives baseline against Pitts and Smith. Quick double team there, and she couldn't go anywhere. Now far side, McLaughlin inside. Nice turnaround. Jumper can't get it to go, and Smith was in the way. Mick Alvain, I'm going to get that right by the ends, folks. Sorry about that. Up ahead. Oh, Marshall Penny with a little floater.
A little teardrop off the glass.
Wow. Nicely done.
I didn't hear her called bank. It didn't count. Take it off.
Now Godow. Again, Pitts with 2 fouls. And surprisingly, she leads in fouls and in points. Godow, nice turnaround jumper. And she's got 8.
She's slick.
And again, Tahlequah comes out with that full court press up underneath the high shaw. Can't get it to go. She's a little too deep.
A little too deep, and
maybe got away with a push there.
I believe she did get away with a little bit of a push in the back. But
if she's not as deep, I wonder if she gets that call.
Yeah, she did catch it in a bad position too. But I mean, we said it earlier. These refs are letting them play, and they're not calling a lot of ticky-tack fouls. So you can't really, because you've been getting some stuff on the other end. So it's hard to sit there and say you can complain about it.
Now the double team quickly. Smith and Marshall Penny and Malum, quick hands, get it out of bounds.
Yeah, and you're okay with that because now you get to reset. You were in a bad position. You picked the ball up in a place that you absolutely don't want to pick it up in. So now it's kind of like a new possession. So you can kind of live with those little things like that.
Springwater, far side to Havens. Now inside. And 1. Rainwater goes, drives. And that's Smith's, but that's only Smith's first foul. So nothing to panic about because, again, you said it in the first half. She was unbelievable.
No, she's playing a heck of a game, and now to only have her first foul, so that's big time for her.
Malum and Pitts bring it up together. Nice job for the ladies. They've figured out this full court press, and they're getting a little bit more relaxed now as they bring it up. Now Pitts will drive. Can't get it to go. She gets her own rebound as players kind of fell apart all over the place. Now Smith, up and in. And Smith with 4. And 5, excuse me. Now Havens, far side. She'll go to work on Marshall Penny. Drives baseline, throws it up, can't get it to go. Nobody there to rebound. Now Malum, quickly up ahead. Highshaw was up underneath. She couldn't get it to her. Highshaw's battling hard. A great battle up underneath between her and Springwater. Now Pitts for 3, and it's good.
Where's this been all year, TK?
And she's got 12.
Now, I understand if you don't have to shoot the three, but I would argue that she's. Never mind. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to jinx you, TK. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Goodell. Knock on wood by Casey Jordan. Springwater. Drive, little floater, can't get it to go. Malum with the nice hands. That's going to be out of bounds. Malum with the nice hustle, though. And all 5 of these girls are playing like there's no tomorrow right now. And she stepped out of bounds. Springwater stepped out of bounds. Pitts will throw it in. The lead is only 6. 4:40 remaining now.
Yeah, she kind of was given that in a bad spot. She really had nowhere to go with it.
And Goodell's going to get called with a foul as she reached over the back. Now Goodell and Pitts both have 2. Are we back to even?
I mean, realistically, no, but yes.
Okay.
I mean, now because now both of them have to be careful. So, which is tough to ask. These 2 players to control yourself.
To turn it down a little bit. Pitts gets another board, and it's good! And 1!
That's 3.
Goodell gets her 3rd, and just like that, she goes from 1 to 3. Advantage Union at this point?
Honestly, yes, but what I love, she just pointed to her coach, said, I'm good, I won't foul.
There you go. There you go. Pitts completes the 3-point play. And it was just mayhem underneath, and I don't know how Pitts came away with it. We were kind of guarded from where we were sitting. It's tough to see over an official, around an official, if you will. Now Goodell. She'll go to work. She's got McAlvain to the right now. McAlvain dives up underneath. And now that's 3 on Pitts.
She's pretty much saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Don't take me out.
Yep. And I love it.
No, that's you can take a competitor out, but you can't take the out of a competitor.
Yeah, for sure. Now Goodell tries to get it in, and she does. McAlvain will get it. Shakes off 1. Nice little jumper there. Rainwater can't get it to go. Rebound Highshaw. Tipped away, but right to Pitts.
I like the shot selection, but you have Goodell on Marshall Penny. You got to give that to her.
Every time. Now Smith can't get it to go. Underneath, can't get that to go. Highshaw with a great rebound and the hustle by Penny. She continues to tip it, but that's out of bounds. Great hustle all around, and Marshall Penny ended up in the first row. Buttry will check in. Now Buttry checks in, Springwater checks out. Now Woodard checks in, and TK Pitts checks out. Big hand all the way around.
Yeah, so you got Marshall Penny on Godot. I mean, in my opinion, you give it to her and say, go to work.
Yep, and that's what they're going to do. Godot and Marshall Penny. McAlvain barking some orders. She wants some help. Marshall Penny's all over her right now. I'm not too sure what that was set up, but McAlvain didn't like it at all.
Ooh.
Now she just about traveled, gets it inside to Godot. Godot kicks it out. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Woodard. Oh, and a steal by Godot. And can't get it to go. Marshall Penny with the tip. Highshaw with the rebound. And it's stolen. And it's stolen back. And I think Highshaw's going to get charged with a foul after all that craziness. Yep. I think we've got more fouls in the first, 5 minutes than we did the entire first half.
I didn't realize there was 5 fouls
There's
already.
5 fouls already, yes, sir. Now Godot goes to work on Penny, kicks it up high. Buttry inside, kicks it back. McAlvain can't get it to go. Rebound, great position there. And it's 2 on 3. Bounce pass, tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Tahlequah.
I don't mind the unselfishness right there, but she's got to go up with that.
You want Malum to take it right to the hole.
Yeah, because they didn't really crash on her. They realistically crashed on Highshaw. So if they're gonna shift off of you, even if it's only by a half a foot, that's still more opportunity for you than it was for Highshaw. So, yeah, but it's easier said from sitting here than flying down the court.
Flying down the court, yeah.
At 18 miles per hour, probably.
Exactly. Now Marshall Penny, she'll set it up. She's got Woodard, Malum, Smith, and Highshaw. Now Malum. And Godow has played one heck of a game as well. Malum, far side, Woodard. Bounce pass, beautiful bounce pass inside to Smith. She can't get it to go. Woodard will get it back. Off the glass and good. I like the patience of Smith, not trying to force that. Ref's going to take a minute. And I'm going to assume there was a little bit of battling between the number 21s. Tahlequah is going to take a timeout. And while we've got a minute, I want to keep it right here because I didn't see what happened, but I'm going to assume since the ref called both players over, there was something that he didn't like, and that's really, really smart by an official. He knows what's happening here.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I mean, some people might,
call tees and da-da-da-wah.
Give them a warning. Let them know, like, hey, cool your jets.
Yep.
Or next time, it's coming.
Yeah, we'll start teeing some people up. Speaking of teeing some folks up, it's not T-ball time, buddy. It's baseball time. Red Hawk baseball is back in action, and the boys are back on the diamond this Thursday, March 3rd. It's opening night. We welcome the Bishop Kelly Comets, man. First pitch at 5, so come on out and watch some baseball. Join us right here on the Union Sports Network. And we talked about Avery Ortiz, the fact that he's going to our beloved Cowboys.
No, I'm excited for it. I mean, what Josh Holliday and Matt Holliday and Ventura and them are building down in Stillwater is fun to watch them. They put a 26-3 whipping on Wright State the other night.
Yep.
So,
well, and then what was it? And they ended up the second game of that doubleheader was a heck of a lot closer.
Yeah, they coming back and won that game.
Yeah.
They should have lost it, but they
battled it out.
Used all their Kool-Aid in the first game and decided to go to sleep in the second one.
Had to come back and win it. So that's Red Hawk baseball. First pitch at 5 this Thursday as we welcome in Bishop Kelly. 35-24, 150 remaining here in the third. Godow. Pitts is still on the bench for Union. Now Godow goes to work. Boy, and Marshall Penny's playing some great defense. Nice 3-ball there, and it's good. Boy, off the screen, and Godow stepped back and nailed that 3. Malum needs some help, and she'll get it from Marshall Penny. Marshall Penny dribbles out of some trouble up ahead. Tipped away, turnover. Three, good. Jaden Buttry for 3. And that's big as the lead is now 5. Malum.
You're gonna have to put a little bit more juice on that one.
I know, she kind of floated that out there, and I was like, that's not good. Now as we come up underneath, 1 minute remaining. D up is the chant from the Tahlequah Tiger fans behind us. With Pitts on the bench. Malum, Smith, Highshaw, Marshall Penny, and Woodard. Malum drives up off the glass, and it's good. Mackenzie Malum took something out of TK book there. Floater off the glass.
She said, you might be going to UTA, but guess what? I'm going to U of A. Now it's for soccer.
Yeah. That is.
But Mackenzie's a heck of a basketball player in her own right, so.
Pitts checks back in. Woodard will have a seat. And TK, he wants TK in for her hands for sure. So now Smith will get it to TK. Pitts will put it on the floor. She'll try to dribble out of some trouble. Up ahead. Nice ball movement there. Now Marshall Penny slows it down. She knows she doesn't have to take it to the hoop. She'll give it to TK.
Very smart
9
play
seconds.
right there.
Yep. Ottawa will be happy seeing that kind of play out of the senior. Now TK, 2-1, tipped. Up, no good. No good. But a big hand from the fans behind us, a big hand from the Union fans in front of us. Coach Redmond likes it. We're coming back. It's the fourth quarter, 37-30, Union on top.
I can't begin to knowing, but then I know it's growing strong. Wasn't the spring, and spring became touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe there never was, but now I look at the night and it don't seem so long.
Back live, 8 minutes remaining here. Reminder that this is a double elimination after that first round. Winner will go on to play at Cleveland Thursday at 6:30. Loser plays at Will Rogers at 8 o'clock on Thursday. Up and in. Springwater with the foul, and she's kind of surprised. I didn't quite see it as I was reading the bracket, but Pitts is going to go. Oh, and that was charged to Goodell.
That's big.
Oh, my goodness. Goodell's fourth foul this early.
You tell TK to be smart, but you tell her to go after her.
Yeah. Tip can't get it to go. And Smith helping out Goodell, as I believe that's going to be charged to Sydney Smith will be charged with a foul.
Sydney might have a career in lifting if she decides. She picked Goodell up pretty easy.
Yeah, just about tossed her off her feet. Yep, that's for sure.
I think Goodell was like, I kind of wanted to lay here for another second.
The Gals missed the first of two. She'll sink the second. The lead is 9. But Tahlequah, Coach Quall's back with that full court, man. They're good at it, and they're really making Union work the entire side. Now tipped away, Highshaw, nice hands there, and Malum will slow it down. That was talk about discombobulation there, that was. Highshaw back to Malum. Guarded closely there by McAlvain. Now McAlvain, Malum inside. Malum, nice drive, can't get it to go. Rebound, Couch.
Smart move.
Yep. Now Goodell. Nice drive, the dish. Buttry for 3, can't get it to go. Pitts with the rebound.
Good look.
And Buttry hit from there earlier. She's got 6. I think she's hit 2 of those, if I'm not sadly mistaken. How she got to her 6.
Yeah, she's got a good shot on her.
Now inside to Smith. Smith guarded by Springwater. Tipped away from Highshaw. The foul's going to be charged
Highshaw
on
doesn't
Highshaw.
like it, but it was kind of a not the show on Netflix, a series of unfortunate events, but she was trying to get that ball and she kept her momentum going forward, and they had her she had her feet set. I'll get it out eventually.
Sure.
And it was definitely a foul, but I also liked that she did it too. She's like, I'm okay.
Yep.
Don't take me out.
And tipped out. And that ball's going to be awarded back to Union. Boy, the way Marshall Penny was running after it, I thought it was tipped last touch by us, but Union will come away with it. Malum brings it up. Goodell on her good. Ooh, tipped. Goodell with the nice hands, but Sydney right there to get the ball. 6:03 remaining now. Malum up high. McAlvain on her. Over to Marshall Penny. Boy, I wanted to see her turn and take that shot right there. Highshaw thought she wanted it. Now Malum. Malum works it to Pitts. Pitts guarded by Buttry. To Smith. Smith drives the lane. That's going to be last touched by Buttry and the Tigers. Coach Redmond having a little fun with the official over there. Inside alley-oop almost. Rebound Smith, and she was just too far underneath the basket to get anything to happen there. I think fatigue's starting to set in for both a little bit. Boy, Malum left her feet. McAlvain drives. Smith with the rebound. Jaden Buttry.
She's a scrapper.
Yeah, and I like it. And I like the smile that Buttry had on her face when Sydney kind of tossed her like a rag doll.
Oh,
I like it.
that smile says, I've seen that smile before, and it's like, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Get within arm's reach.
Yep. Malum, get double team there. Boy, she's in the corner. And they said she double dribbled. I think Malum actually may have gotten a little upset there for the first time all year. The way she kind of looked at the official.
There was a couple of games ago where she played the whole game mad, you remember?
Yeah, that's right. I do remember that.
Still don't know what happened, but.
Yeah. She had the pigtails that night, didn't she?
She did.
Yeah. Oh, all kinds of bodies floating around.
Highshaw looked like she was doing some running back drills.
Yep. Highshaw's got picked up her third. There's all kinds of bodies floating around. Highshaw came away with the foul on that. Now Couch in the corner. She'll look at Godow. Now she'll get it inside. I believe that's Springwater. Back out. Big shot. Pitts with the rebound, and the foul will be charged to Couch. As Buttry, feeling it, wanted to shoot another three.
Not a fan of those fouls. It's hard for someone that's 4 inches shorter to go over the back.
I agree.
Now, Sydney going over someone's back, I can understand.
All day long, absolutely. That 6'2" frame is easy for her to do. Malum. All right, Coach Redmond called the timeout. I was like, I thought it was a timeout by Union for sure. So we'll take a timeout as well. 4:36 remaining. Union is up by 9. Back live, Tahlequah Tiger fans showing up in support, and they've been loud and they've been funny tonight. Been a lot of fun. So hats off to the Tahlequah Tigers, making that. What is that, about a 45-minute drive, give or take?
Tahlequah?
Yeah.
Yeah, about 45 minutes.
Okay. Legally.
So I was told that Godow was one of those Sequoia girls that came over from COVID.
Oh.
Tahlequah Sequoia, honestly, is the 2A version of Union.
Really?
Their basketball facilities are, without a doubt, probably outside of Union, probably one of the nicest in the state. I mean, they're sponsored by Nike. They got some athletes down there.
Godow with the three, can't get it to go. Couch with the rebound, puts it back up. Highshaw comes away with it, and all kinds of bodies. And here's what I love. The refs come together and they talk about it, and they both said jump ball, so that's great. No fouls being charged there. Hustle. Tahlequah will take a timeout, but we'll keep it here. So 9 minutes, the lead is 9, 3:54 remaining. We kind of talked about in the fact that the broadcasters for Tahlequah even said their starters aren't used to playing the entire game because of the blowout wins that they've had. So I'm going to say there's an advantage to Union, maybe. I don't know, but we even said both teams kind of look tired right now at times.
Yeah.
Sloppy.
I mean, I think there is an advantage for Union because, for the most part, their girls are playing the full game for, most of the games that we've called at least. But two, we've said it before. We're talking about 15, 16, 17-year-old kids. I mean, I understand they get tired, but their bounce back is a lot better than ours.
A 30-second bench sit in a glass of water, and it's a different ballgame. Yeah.
They just took a 3-hour nap. They're good. I wish I had that energy again.
McAlvain will throw it in for Tahlequah. She'll get it to Springwater. Springwater back to McAlvain. Guarded by Malum. Puts it on the floor. Goes to work, goes baseline. Turnaround jumper, can't get it to go. Smith with the rebound. She'll get it to Malum.
But it seems like they kind of gone away from what they had success with in the first quarter. And, you're seeing a lot more isolation ball out of them. And, they're getting themselves into double and triple team situations down the block. And I just don't think that's their game plan or their MO, but for some reason that's what they're doing right now.
Yep. Almost up and back. Malum goes to work. Coach Redmond takes a quick timeout. And so at this point, what's Joe seeing here? Because obviously he saw something, and then Malum breaks free. She's driving the lane. She's got an easy 2, but there was something he might have seen somewhere
Stagnant.
else. Okay.
Just kind of standing around. No one was coming to help her, and she was in no man's land right here in the corner. And, that's a spot that it's a very dangerous spot right there. I mean, they tell you, do not pick the ball up right there. Do not even attempt to go there, because when you're there, you have 2 boundaries as 2 defenders. So, it might be 2-on-1, but realistically it's 4-on-1.
4-on-1 because of where you are. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And that happened right in front of us. And you had a better vantage point than I did. That ball was pretty darn close to going over.
Yeah.
But it needs to actually land. It doesn't break the threshold, does it? Is it one of those imaginary lines that goes to the ceiling?
Your body can go across, but as soon as you actually physically touch on the other side.
Now Pitts will throw it in.
Or the ball.
Smith will get it. Just give it to Marshall Penny. Marshall Penny will direct some traffic. 3:14, 3:13 remaining. Now Pitts. Pitts far side. Guarded by Buttry and a host of players.
McKenzie's about to get open, and I feel a 3 coming.
Pitts and Buttry.
Or they're going to run the clock out.
Well, 2:52 remaining, and we've seen Coach Redmond slow it way down. Now Malum up high to Smith, and when you see Smith come out that high, that's one of those things. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, they're draining the clock. They got a 9-point lead, and Tahlequah is playing pretty suffocating. And
yep, tip there really close. All kinds of bodies coming together, Godow and Pitts, and they both kind of collide and go to the floor. And that's just 2 players hustling.
That's Godow's 5th. She's
that's
gone.
Godow's 5th, and she's gone. Wow. And a cool moment, if you guys saw that, Highshaw was giving her an applause because she knows darn good and well that kid played her hard.
Sydney too.
Yep. So a lot of love for that young lady.
There's that old expression, real recognize real.
Yeah, that's true. Smith, she'll put it on the floor, drag it back up, and give it to Penny. Now Marshall Penny. Drive, give it to Malum. Malum's going to get in the corner there, and she's get stuck, but Smith comes to bail her out, and that's a great job by Smith. Now Smith gets it to Highshaw, and they got to figure it out quick.
Yeah, I don't like
how far back they are, right?
I don't like how far back they are, and I don't like how Sydney's out there.
Right. Now Marshall Penny with the hustle and the rebound. Now McKenzie, and a reach-in foul on McAlvain. That's going to be just her first, I believe. Yeah. That's the team's 7th, though.
I hate that Godot's out because she's a heck of a player, but I can see the Tahlequah Sequoia in that girl, and they play some phenomenal basketball down there, and it's one of those that they're one of those programs that they play basketball year round, and you can see that from her. She kind of has that mentality that they do down there.
Malum shoots. She gets the 1-on-1 and makes the first of 2. So when you say it's equivalent to Union, Is it in football and baseball and everything, or are they really focused on the basketball side?
I mean, don't get me wrong. They are good in most of their sports, but track and field and basketball is, from a facility standpoint and an athlete standpoint, Tahlequah Sequoia is a 2A school.
Right.
For the pool that they have, they produce some phenomenal basketball talent year in and year out.
So they've got a few 2A gold balls down there.
Correct.
Over and over.
Boys and girls
Boys
side.
and girls. Got it. Now Buttry. Buttry far side shoots the three, and TK Pitts says, no, ma'am. A block and a half on for TK. And she's got 18 points to go along with the one block and a handful of assists tonight. Now Couch. They got to hurry. Tahlequah shoots the three, can't get it to go. Rebound Smith. 1:29 remaining, and they'll give it to Malum. Now Malum. Guarded nicely there by Couch. Pitts comes to help out. Pitts puts it on the floor. Nice bounce pass to Smith. Back to Malum. Malum slows it down with 1:15 remaining. Boy, I thought she was going to take it right to the hole. And there's a foul. Foul on Couch. And Malum will go to the line and shoot as Springwater checks back in.
I mean, it is TK, so there's no telling with her. When she gets a full hit of steam, sometimes she doesn't know how to. But it was really smart play by her to back it back out, because you could see that lane open up, and TK being the player she is, it's hard to tell her to shut that engine off.
And it's good. Little conversation between Springwater and Pitts, and they're laughing. And Springwater, I think, was over the line a little early. But
yeah, McKenzie kind of threw her off with her rhythm.
Yeah, just about did it again. She gets the Fred roll, and it goes.
I think TK's kind of doing the old silent count, like getting her to pretty much just whisper and move.
Yep. Get her to go a little bit. Now Couch as we come up on 1 minute remaining. Steal to Marshall Penny. Nice job there by Highshaw. Malum up ahead. She'll bring it. Nice bounce, nice pass. And Aubrey Highshaw's got 8. And of all the people to continue that play, Malum's usually the one to slow it down and do it. And there's the block by Malum. Rebound, Rainwater up and in.
Good play there by Rainwater, because that was really good defense by Sydney. She did a good job of staying on her feet, keeping her hands up.
Now up ahead to Pitts. 19-18, the lead is 13. Pitts will slow it down. Inside. And Highshaw's got 10. So here's what's going to happen is Union's going to come away with this one by 15. We're going to stick around for the presentation as a nice finish there. Rainwater scores the last bucket, but the Union Redhawks are your regional champions, just like last year, Casey. But a hard-fought battle by Tahlequah for sure. So Tahlequah will go to Will Rogers, and they'll play at 8 p.m. Union will travel to Cleveland and play at 6:30, with the winner to be determined. As a matter of fact, I believe they're playing right now. Bixby and Stillwater are playing each other now. We've seen Bixby. We can assume it's Bixby, but we haven't seen Stillwater. So, at this time of year, there's no telling.
Yeah, it's, any game, it can happen at any time. So, it's Bixby's a heck of a team, and more than likely Stillwater probably is too. I mean, their athletic program in the last probably 5 to 10 years has really stepped out and come a long ways.
And there it is as Steve Dunlap presents the trophy to TK Pitts and Coach Redmond's squad. And the cameras are flashing all over the place. As it was a phenomenal year for those young ladies, they're going to go ahead and get the trophy presentation. And as we turn around and we get to look up here at the cameras, and all the Tahlequah fans staring at us right now, but Union will defeat Tahlequah tonight. And Casey, phenomenal game for sure. I mean, what do you say about what Union's got to do to continue this run? Because there's a little team called Edmond North down there that's played some tremendous basketball.
Honestly, it's keep doing what they're doing. I mean, if you can get that kind of night out of TK and Sydney, I know it only shows 5 points for Sydney, but the big thing, 2 fouls.
2 fouls.
She only had 2 fouls. She played really good defense. So that's the kind of night that you need from Sydney. Highshaw had a phenomenal night. So you keep relying on the girls that you know that they're going to do what they're going to do. And realistically, that's what you want is what you got.
Yeah. So for sure. So if you didn't hear me before, Union will travel to Union will travel to Cleveland and play at 6:30 on Thursday. Tahlequah heads to Will Rogers and they'll play at 8 in the losers bracket. So for Max and Daniel, guys, thanks so much for Daniel always showing up and helping us out. Baseball season's coming up. Anything else to add, Casey?
Go Redhawks.
Go Redhawks. Thanks for watching. For Andy Irwin, I'm Jim Douthit. He's Casey Jordan. Good night from the UMAC.